Hello everybody, and welcome to Bearly Unboxed with another Magic Mixies video. I haven't had one of these in a few weeks, and I really miss them. So today we have the Magic Mixies Pixlings, and this is one of the new ones. And so we have our hat, and we have our wand, so we're ready to cast some spells. But let me show you this packaging real quick. You can see here it says now 5 to create, and it now shows these 2 additional ones. There's this one in the middle here that's a dragon, and this one in the middle here that's a fairy or a pixie, I think. And this green gem is this one, and this dragon one is actually an orange gem, which we do have. But we're only going to be opening this one today, and this one will be in a future video. So stay tuned for that. Here is the barcode that is specific to this Pixling. So if you need that. Now, I've done many of these on my channel before. Pixlings are kind of one of my favorite Magic Mixies things. And we have some paper towels, so we're all ready for anything water related. And we have some warm water. So I'll put that here. Now, these new ones have a pink gem. This normally had been purple. And all 5 of these are now available with this pink gem instead of the purple gem. So if it has the purple gem, it's not going to have the fairy or the dragon as a possibility. So just so you know that. I've found these at Target and on Amazon. I have yet to see the newer ones show up at Walmart. So it has this pull tab, which we will go ahead and we'll just start opening this. And let's see if we can get this one done without making a huge mess. Oftentimes the potions on these kind of leak into where the doll is. So hopefully maybe they've fixed that. We'll see. Hopefully they remedied that. Now let's see if we can get this in one pull. Oh yes, that was a perfect pull. Alright, now I will show you the back before I pull that wrapper off, just real quick. And if you want to read that, you can pause the video. I don't know if I've ever read that in a previous video. So there you have that. Now it does tell you on the lid to do not unscrew lid. It says start the magic with the potion guide. Now this little thing here just tells you the legal stuff and what the contents are, so you don't even really need that. This cardboard ring you will pull off eventually, but you want to take these elastics off, which are actually really nice elastics if you want to keep them for doll hair, especially like rainbow high doll hair. They're really good for that. So you don't need this plastic. Now when you pull that off, you will get all these potion ingredients. And they all have numbers on them to indicate what the steps are. So, and some of the steps there isn't like a number 1, because number 1 is, I think, the water. Alright, so I'm very excited that they started using gemstones to indicate which one is in there that are a different color than pink. Because the previous ones they had way too many pink, and the pink are so similar that it was kind of difficult to figure out which one was which. And then here's the instructions. And it tells you all the contents. And it does say right here, fairy wing and fairy dust. So this one is a fairy. And you can scan that. And it shows you a how-to video, an easy how-to video. But, you know, I'm showing you how to do it, so you can keep watching. And you'll find out. And then there's all the different steps. And there's that. So, quite a few steps. One of the first things I do is the wrapper always has these little sticky things in the front. I just pull that off. It helps. I think it helps hold the wrapper in place. And so there, we got rid of those. So the first thing you do is it says place your potion ball on a plate for easy cleanup. Well, I just place it on a paper towel. It works just as well. I feel like with a plate, it might pool up and then you can spill it really easily. And so you remove this cardboard ring. So we don't need that anymore. All right, and then that's the first step. So the first step actually isn't the water. So the first step is to pull that off. And then it does say remove. So you remove this plastic. All right. So there we go. Now we can pour all the potions in. And I use scissors for this. And it does show in the instructions to use scissors too. So I always cut a little lower than it tells you to, just to make sure it has a better opening. And then this stuff smells funny, but I'm assuming it's not toxic, obviously, because this is a children's toy after all. All right, so you want to squeeze this all in here, and be very careful you don't squeeze it too hard because it might slosh back out, which has happened to me on occasion. All right, so we got all that out of there. And then the third step is actually to fill with water. And you're going to fill it to this line right here. All right. All right, let's see. And I do use warm water for a lot of Magic Mixies things because I find that the warmer water works better. All right, do we get there? Almost. Just a little more. There we go. So we don't need the water anymore for right now, but we might need it later to help kind of rinse off something. And I did get water everywhere, but it's for now that was just water at least. All right, so fourth step is the fairy dust, which is in this little pouch. Now these, you do have a notch to rip them, and I recommend doing that because the thing inside here is paper and you don't want to rip it. All right, come out. Whoop. And sometimes it is hard to get these out of here because they're very stuck in place. So you can even kind of rip it open a bit like that. Okay, so there's the fairy dust. They are a bunch of tiny little green sparkles, I think is what that's supposed to be. Let's see. Yep, they're supposed to look like little tiny green sparkles. So we put that in. And And then now we go to step 5, which is this second liquid. Alright. I'm going to change out my paper towel because that got really, really wet from me spilling the water. It wouldn't be one of my videos if something didn't go wrong or I didn't mess up something like the steps of ingredients. Alright, so this is also going to be a blue colored potion. My one complaint with these is I wish the liquid parts that you mix in were different colors, because every single one is this blue color. It would be cool if it was green to match the gem, and like if it had a pink gem, it was pink, and orange would be orange. That would be really cool, but I'm sure there's something about this blue liquid that's what makes it work. It's magic, so I shouldn't question it. So step 6 is the fairy wing. It's very pretty. And I am a huge, huge fan of fairies. I have been ever since I discovered that fairies weren't always these cute little winged creatures. Sometimes they can be terrifying. Sometimes they can be silly. Sometimes they can be very caring. And I learned that all from Brian Froud, one of my favorite artists. So if you want to look him up, and maybe you already know who he is an amazing artist. He draws a lot of fairy artwork. So here is the fairy wing, which is very cute. And it's only printed on one side. So then we add that in. Alright, and then now is when the magic really starts to happen. So you remove this golden ring. This can be used as a stand for your Pixling, just on this little peg right here. Their foot can go into that. So you hold on to that. So we'll put that here. And then you turn the crystal like that, and then you get your wand if you have one, but you don't need a wand. And then you say the magic words, which it says right here underneath where you pull off the ring. I would show you, but it would spill everywhere. And it says Magicus Mixes, and so you say Magicus Mixes, and you can tap it. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can do whatever you think is necessary to get the magic to work. And then you push down on this crystal hard twice in a row. And sometimes you maybe even need a third one. And I'm knocking everything over on my desk. And then now you wait. You can see it's starting to work. It might need another push. Shaking everything. There we go. Now it's really starting to work. And then you can see her little feet showing up. And there's her dress. Oh, there she is. Look at her face. Her face is starting to show. Isn't that amazing? It just turns clear. Oh, she's adorable. Look at that. Look at the eye makeup. And she has pink hair with, it looks like a green streak in it. Okay. So now you unscrew the lid and you pull the cylinder out to get your doll. And this is where we will definitely need our other paper towels. So, oh, and we did get tons of blue liquid down in there. So they still haven't really fixed that. That's kind of annoying. And then this just screws off of here. And it is going to be a little slimy. So you can wipe this down. You can wash this later, and then you can use it to store your doll in. And you can even reveal, it doesn't have the potion part, but you can spin this around and it'll hide what's ever inside. Oh wow, she is adorable. Wow. Okay, now let's get her out of here, and we might have to rinse off her feet. So it does have, I think that might be new. It's like a little handle that pulls it out. And then I'm gonna just do this. See if we can get this. There's a guide in here which gets stuck when it gets the liquid in there. So, wand to the rescue. There we go. And now these guides are on a like kind of a waxy paper, so that if they do get wet, which even they know that that's a possibility. I'm gonna pour this in here just to get rid of it. Although that is a little full. But it's pretty cool how it just completely turns clear. Alright, now let's put this all back together and get it out of the way. So that just goes back together like that. And this is what I'm talking about. You can flip that around, and then that white part will hide what's ever in there, which is kind of cool. You can hide treasures in there and things. Alright, so let's look at this guide and find out her name. And you probably, if you do get this wet, which I think I've gotten every single guide wet, it shows you the 5 different Pixlings that you can get. And I do have all of these now. I have to still open the dragon that's right here. But we have Faye, the fairy Pixling. She's very cute. And then there's Amber, the dragon. And then there's also Marina, the mermaid Pixling. Dearly, the deer Pixling. And Unia, or I think it is, the unicorn Pixling. And it does show here, if my camera would show you, which doll will you find, and it gives you a clue that you look at the color of the gem. And some of them do have very similar colored gems. Unia's is supposed to be purple, and Dearly's is pink. And they're kind of similar if you can't look at them next to each other, I will tell you that. So here is a little thing about the Pixlings, if you want to read that. And then here is, it says, you have created Faye, the fairy Pixling. Her potion power is joy. I think we all could use a little more joy sometimes. And it's not always easy, especially in this world. But these toys and figures and dolls and all kinds of things, those bring me joy. They help me stay sane in this world. Alright, so look at this hair. They have really, really nice hair on these dolls. It's very soft. I am pretty sure it's not polypropylene because it's way too soft to be propylene. Okay, so she actually does have some elastics holding her in place. And you just have to pull her hair up through that. And there she is. We don't need this anymore. Alright. And I don't think we need that. Alright, here she is. Look at her adorable face. Now these do have articulation on the shoulders and the elbows. And the head can tilt and it can move around. And they all have a gem on their forehead, which is really pretty. A lot of them use the same face, but a lot of them have, pretty much all of them have a different gem. And then here's her wings. They're very pretty. They're translucent and they're orange to pink. Ombre, like gradient. And then their tops are actually molded onto the plastic. And each one does have a different top. She has this beautiful flower. And they even have molded on underwear. You can see that. And these dresses are removable. This one's really well made. It has like nice little ruffles. I love this. This is really cute. And then they all have shoes that are also removable. So you can mix and match their skirts and their shoes. So far they all have the same legs and feet, so you can mix and match those. But look at those beautiful shoes. They have little flowers and vines on them. Oh, she is adorable. And I really love the colors on these. She even has a little felt leaf detail on her hair, which is really cute. I have yet to need to wash their hair on any of these because the hair doesn't have any hair gel, which if you buy Rainbow High dolls or even like Monster High even, I think, does it sometimes. So they have lots of hair gel. You usually have to wash it out or at least brush it out. These do not come with a comb. That's one of the other interesting things, but you honestly, so far I haven't needed a comb, and you can always use whatever comb you already have if you do. So that's the stand, and it does help them stand up really well. So yeah, these dolls are some of my favorite current dolls in the market. I just wish the liquid was a different color for each one, but I understand the logistics of that, and you know, that would cost them more money to make different colored potions. And so far they all have like a gold top, but the gem sometimes is a different color. And you can actually see I have all mine lined up here. You can't really see them very well, so I'll take some photos or just add photos from previous videos in the end if you want to see those, or you can just watch my previous videos. I will have a link to all my Pixling videos. I'll have to make a playlist just for those. I think all my Mixling stuff is the same playlist, so I'll make a Pixling playlist for those who are interested. So there she is. There's Faye. This is probably my favorite one so far. Although Dearly is pretty cute too. These are just so fantasy. They're so much fun. I love the potion part of it. I've heard other people say they don't do the potion part, but honestly, I love that part. I think it's fun. And why not do it? And I love the reveal, seeing it show up in the bottle. Now this also does have a cartoon, which I've watched a few episodes of, and it's really cute. And the Pixlings are like part of it. And I'll put a link to that too. It's on YouTube, kids. So watch that with your kids if you want. It's very cute. It is a little toy promotion kind of video. Very similar to like He-Man or even Strawberry Shortcake back in the day. So she has sort of a Strawberry Shortcake feel to her, doesn't she? Pink and green. Huh. How funny. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned. Probably next Wednesday I'll do this dragon one. So I'm looking forward to that. She looks really cool. And I love dragons. I have one on my hat. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all your support. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me if you have any of these Pixlings and which one you like the most. Let me know if you're going to get this one, because this one's newer. It's just starting to show up in stores. So I'll put a link to Target and Amazon for this one. But you can find these in store at Target. I've seen them. I love opening toys with you guys, and thank you so much for joining me today. And subscribe if you're not subscribed yet too. Please do. I have videos every week, and hit that bell button. You'll get notifications every time I put one up. And also like the video if you liked it. I appreciate those likes. They help the lovely algorithms. Also, you may notice behind me looks a little different. If you've ever looked and paid attention to behind me, I am rearranging stuff. I'm moving shelves around, so my whole area behind me will eventually be very different, and it'll display all my toys for everyone to see while they watch my videos. I collect too many things. Let's just put it that way. All right, so from me and Faye, I want to say thank you. And I love you guys. Bye.